So here we have our Cobblestone weather station, and it's aptly named because of the shape it has. We're looking here at the humidity and the temperature of outdoor and indoor. The outdoor is the bottom, indoor is the green top. Then we see, of course, our time, and then we see that we have some rain clouds there. Earlier today, the humidity outside was 95%. Now we live in Houston. It can be 95% and still not be raining. It's pretty incredible. But let me show you here. It does say that we are expecting some more rain. We have had some pretty funky weather. It's gray outside, so that may actually be accurate. The very first day I set it up, it said there was going to be rain, and there was not. But then my weather app can also do that to me, so that's not really saying much at this point. I think it may, and I'm going to look into this a little bit more before I'm finished here, but I think it may actually be going off of the amount of humidity. And here in Houston, you're going to get humidity all the time. I have not seen that number go below 50 at this point since I've had this set up. So it's in the bathroom because my husband, of course we all have weather on our phone apps, and my husband says that he is often forgetting to open up his phone and wait for the app to load and check out the weather before he gets dressed, and then he'll go downstairs and look outside and realize he has to come up and change. So I put this right here next to his sink so that when he's getting ready, he can take a quick look without opening up anything, without waiting around, and know what to put on right off the bat. But I'm going to take it downstairs now, and we're going to look at it a little bit more. Now the unit's been set up for about 4 or 5 days now, and the one thing I've noticed is it's got this beautiful colorful display. So in a glance you can tell by color what you're looking at. So green automatically tells me I'm looking at indoor temperature and humidity. Blue automatically tells me outdoor temperature and humidity, and the purple tells me the time. The problem I would have is, as you can see, when it's at a different angle, then it gets harder to see. So you do want to aim this so that you are in the right level to see it. And that's not so hard. It's just something you need to know right off the bat before you purchase it. Where are you going to store this? Where are you going to keep it? Because you need it to be at the level where you're seeing it correctly, because if you're looking at it from an angle, from the wrong angle there, you're not going to see it well. Now let's go for accuracy here. Here it says we are at 77 degrees and 55% humidity here in the house. So let me go to the Nest and see if the Nest agrees. Okay, it says it's cloudy, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Indoor is 76. Can I really focus? Am I focused? And I hate when I'm in the camera in the background. That's the worst. Okay, so there we are right now, 76 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, 79 degrees. So this is calling 1 degree higher than my Nest is. And my Nest does not have an outdoor sensor, so I don't even know where it's getting its information from. It's probably from the internet. It's probably pulling it off from different areas in Houston, whereas this is picking it up right outside my door. Here, indoor, 77, 55% humidity. So we can see we're matching up pretty close. On my Nest, it was 55% about 10 minutes ago, and it just moved it up to 56. So yeah, I'm saying that I'm calling this accurate. That's pretty darn good. Now, to change the time, you're going to push the MS, and once it blinks, you can do channel or the CH and CF to adjust up or down. Okay, so you're going to do that. Then when you want to change it to Fahrenheit versus Celsius, here's Fahrenheit. I'm just doing this one button here, the CF button. If I just hit that back and forth, it'll change back and forth from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So it really is that quick and easy to set yourself up. You'll see here it has a battery compartment, and yet it's also plugged in. The battery compartment makes it so that if you lose power for a moment, you don't have to reset everything, your alarms, your time. You don't have to do all that resetting. So that's why I was able to unplug this from the bathroom where my husband has it set up and replug it down here so that I could put it right by the Nest and check out to see, you know, how accurate we are. And I did not have to reset everything because this little battery here is giving it temporary power. Now, right there is where I put my outdoor sensor. Some people call it the remote. It's just an outdoor sensor. I didn't glue it. I didn't do the screws. I simply set it right up there. So here we are. It's under the eave, so it's protected from rain, and it's not in direct sunlight, but it is able to get all the information from the air. So I thought that was an ideal place. We're all going to have our own individual ideal places. That's something to consider before you bring it home. Where is your ideal place going to be? Somewhere where it's not getting pounded by the rain or the sun. Now that's where the sensor is. I was just in the living room, just in there, testing out the accuracy, and its normal place, where it has been for the last 4 days, has been up there on the other side of that window, on the far other side of that window, so across that room. So it's gone through there, and I haven't had no problem with disconnect. Anywhere I've moved it in the house so far, I have had no problem with disconnect. When you get your weather station, it is going to come with some very simple instructions. They're both in Chinese on one side and English on the other side. They are very, very simple instructions. There's not much to it. Change the time, change the Celsius, put in batteries, all stuff I just showed you, so maybe you can just forego all that. We'll see. You also get this lovely tiny little screwdriver. It's very small. Most of us will have some for glasses or for tiny electronics, and that's just so that you can get in here and undo this, as well as open up the remote that I just showed you and put in your batteries there. Now we'll go ahead and take this back upstairs. So I just plug this right back in, and it all comes right back up. And we see that we are finding our signal. We're good. And somewhere out that window and down below is where the remote is. I hope that helps you decide if this is going to find a good place in your home. You do want to be prepared for it, and in the end it's going to add a lot of convenience, because again, I know we all have those wonderful little apps on our phone. You know, it's just, I don't know about you, it's not natural for me to open up the app, check the weather before I get dressed. This sitting right here where my toiletries are, I don't even have to do anything. It's right there. You cannot misdress with this sitting here in your bathroom. So that's nice. The pictures are kind of nice, but I have not found them to be overly accurate. Right now we are saying we've got a cloudy day. That is true. I have seen it say rainy. At a time it was true, and also at a time it was not. And I have noticed that the sun only comes out in the day, not at night. So it is partially accurate, but I would really go by this stuff.